Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the Beat Up Plans with a turn towards grey matter. In the last episode, we talked to all the three undergraduates. I think it is time that we once again looked at the gymnasium where the event took place. And then we'll probably go towards the
If
Link Dweller.
Mephistopheles is the one doing this, then of course he knew that I'd be here last night. And he knew about the flash powder traps. He was ready for it all. Ugh. I hate that I didn't see it earlier.
But how did he then get the schedule?
If Mephistopheles is the one doing this, then of course he knew that I'd be here last night. And he knew about the flash powder traps. He was ready for it all. Ugh. I hate that I didn't see it earlier.
But then I don't get the wire thing. How can he get inside to get the wires done in time? The weights and the lights. That's what we need to check, because the one is broken, the other ones flew around.
These weights aren't light. Whoever built that pyramid was either incredibly strong, or he had help.
And I don't see Mephistopheles doing that. Also, how can these break and then repair in an instant?
How did Mephistopheles get the lights to blow out last night?
Yeah, I don't trust that line of thought. Because you're saying it is Mephistopheles, but I
Someone's been using that machine and didn't wipe it off.
Okay, that's still active. Oh, let's look at the clock.
This clock didn't stop at the time of the incident. Either that, or they've already fixed it. They look like students. I don't think they were involved in the stunt last night.
They look like students. Darling, it's only one with a mirror in the back. Didn't that thing hit your head a little too hard? We can't go up there. That's not allowed. This is the last time we can come around here, most likely.
I'll skip the dining room. Mrs. Dalton feeds me well enough at Dread Hill.
I want to go one more time all the way upstairs on the undergraduate side, see if we can go up towards where the graduates are. Because I have the feeling this might be the last time we can ever get in here. The man is getting suspicious, that is one. B, I do believe we're starting to get to the ends of things. Hello?
Those look a lot like the type of cups magicians use.
Those looks like any cups that anyone that drinks at, for instance, what's that place called again? The coffee shop, Starbucks, has. Because to be fairly honest, they look a little large in this display here.
He's working on something. Maybe he's repairing a fuse. I don't think I should touch anything while the electrician's still here.
We can use that to turn off the alarm. Right. Can we then now go inside this door? Who knows?
If I set...
I know, but oh, it's okay. So I can't go inside. Once again, third floor. Third floor, please. Secret passageway to the graduates. Please keep your hands inside during the ascent. You might never know what you might catch. We can open 302. I thought 304 was the room last time that we needed to go into.
Locked. I probably wouldn't learn much more in there anyway.
Alright, well. We need to... Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, that's nothing. Alright. Just a little bit odd that there's a white pixel over there. I have the feeling that this could lead to Mulholland, but we have a little pressure on Linkweller, which can give us pressure on Malik. So that is my next stop. Which I really don't need to go all the way down here for. Why am I doing this? I could just go like this. I wanted to go into the Link Brothers office. Thank you very much.
Enter.
Be tough, Sam.
Yowza, that's large. I had forgotten how large it was.
Yes? What can I do for you?
My name is Sam Everett. I work for Dr. Stiles.
How unfortunate. What do you want with me?
I want you to leave Stiles alone.
Ah, he's about as left alone as any human being can be.
I happen to know that you're still obsessed with him and trying to ruin him with these stunts you're pulling on campus. I'm telling you to lay off. Because if you don't, I'll tell your wife about the affair you're having with Shelley.
What? What are you playing at?
I'm not playing. Try me.
Listen, girl, I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. But you try to blackmail me and I'll have you expelled so fast you'll be on the 10 o'clock train.
Up to you. Your wife will still find out.
If you're talking about the gossip I spread, that was years ago, after the accident. Stiles has dug his own grave, disappearing as he has. You can't put that on me.
Really? Then why is your graduate student involved in Stiles' new experiment? I know exactly what you and Malik are up to.
What?
Malik. In the experiment.
What's this? Young lady, you have 5 seconds to get out of this office before I call campus security.
Why would he randomly notice this now? And we didn't get an answer about Malik. That leaves me a little bit like, that was a little bit too much of an X-Files. You can't do this because the universe doesn't allow it type of deal. Still don't know what I'm supposed to do with the horseback trap. I understand what I can do at St. Edmund's Hall, but I don't know yet how. What can I do over here? I still think this has to do with the Seed Road of Swole, but perhaps this painting is something of being near those 2 fire dogs?
I wonder if Alice could be one of them.
Yeah, thank you.
The oldest girl has a book in her lap. Okay. That's where you'd expect an artist's signature. But it doesn't look like a signature.
No, it doesn't indeed.
A Daedalus Club logo. This whole painting is a device. Amazing. These guys spare no expense.
Indeed they don't.
That book. It looks odd.
It does indeed.
I could see if there's something going on with that book, but it will require some delicate work.
No? I wondered if that was the possibility, because the ink will disappear. Wait, what did I just click on? Still has that fairy. I'm still also unsure what I'm supposed to do with that. The coin? Hogwarts invitation, so...
I can't make anything out of those 2 items.
Oh, hold on.
The fairy fits inside the magic lantern, but I don't have a reason to put it in there at the moment.
Oh, that's too bad. Thought I had a little thing there. Zero Swole with the lantern? I don't believe that this has a...
I can't make anything out of...
We can make the fairy. That is a possibility, but...
I can't make it...
This book requires something. Take a photo of it? See that it shines through? No? I don't want to... Let's burn the painting with the matchbook! Yeah! I've come further, but...
I can't make anything out of...
Oh. I was almost wondering if I could put those two over the book and then the whole picture would be complete, the whole riddle. What can I do with the book? No, that's not exactly what I wanted. What I wanted was to load the riddle again and understand what I needed to do. So find Alice, she's close at nigh. Follow her will, follow well her saga. Then find the rabbit if you nigh. Follow her saga? Eat something, drink something to grow or grow smaller? There's no rabbit hole here. No. No. Huh. I don't... Key is pointless. Chickord. I actually don't know. Alright, I'll have to think about this one. I'll come back to it, but I have progressed. We don't need to finish that right now to get further with the rest of the story, I believe, but... we know what to do there. We can go to Dreadhill House already, and talk perhaps to Dr. Styles. You know what? Let's go here, because I still want to be there must be a reason why this back area is there. There must be something with that tower. I want to look at the tower again. I want to do some sightseeing. I still like this fact a lot.
Cool tower. I wonder what it was used for.
No progress there. Oh! We never looked at the bike that was supposed to be repaired. There we go. Bike is repaired.
And it didn't cost me a dime. Wow. I'm not sure anyone has ever done anything that nice for me. Jeez. I'm such a friggin' pushover.
Well, at least that was checked. I think that's probably one of the... I'm gonna say that we got here a bonus. I should really turn off the spacebar at times, because it shows through the loading screen. I'm gonna say that's part of the bonus. Please don't do that. Yeah, it's a bonus. It's one of the bonuses. The bike is finished. She could get out of here, Sam, if she wanted to, but for now, too intrigued by the game. Do we actually still need to go to Mephistopheles? Perhaps? Why do I always click the wrong screen? Oxford City Centre is only silver. Actually, I kind of need to find Styles, right? I didn't talk to Miss Dalton or had a breakfast this time around.
I suppose I could check David's room now, but if he caught me, he'd freak.
So, what else is new? I can't enter it anymore, though. Well, hello. Daedalus invitation. I think I needed that.
It's for me. Weird. Who knows I'm here? There's no address on this invitation or on the matchbook I have from the club. I need to figure out where I'm going tonight. assuming I can go. There's no address on this.
No, but what about opening it?
A girl traveling on her.
No. Open the invitation. Okay, I can't do that.
Huh. Wonder where Mrs. Dalton got to.
Okay, I know you can't see my face, but I have now the biggest frown on my face. Because you know what's interesting about this? Mrs. Dalton does know everything about the experiments. Yeah, see where I'm going with this? But it can't be Mrs. Dalton. She's too nice of a person, right? Nothing new here. Okay. There's nothing new here to do.
Someone modernized an old fireplace. Cool idea.
It is, but nothing new despite the absence of Mrs. Dalton. Where can Mrs. Dalton be? Oh, not cleaning this place. Now it's a search for Mrs. Dalton. Oh, here's fire dogs. Here they could have explained.
It's locked.
Still it is.
It doesn't look like anyone's used that fireplace in ages.
Miss Dalton, where are you? Something weird's going on. Miss Dalton has never been away. Oh. Hello. Oh, Miss Dalton is... I think Miss Dalton is getting a little overprotective.
Oh my! Oh, you about gave me a heart attack, young lady.
Sorry.
Who is this?
Dr. Hellborn, this is Samantha Everett, Dr. Styles' new assistant. Sam, this is Dr. Hellborn.
Assistant? Really?
Yeah, and who are you?
Well, I'll leave you two to get acquainted. I've got work to do. If that had been himself, my goose would have been cooked. Should never have let you talk me into it. Honestly.
Going into the private lab. Uh-oh.
I ask again. Who are you?
I could have sworn Mrs. Dalton answered that. My name is Simon Hellborn. I'm an old friend of David's. Sounds like you and I have a few things to talk about, Sam.
Are you David's doctor?
No. I offered, but he doesn't want to be treated.
But there's nothing wrong with him, right? Other than the fact that he must have loved his wife very much.
I'd like to show you something. Come here. Sit down on that stool there.
Why?
A brief demonstration.
Creepy.
Very good. Now put your hands under the table on your lap. Watch the tabletop.
You're doing the exact same motions on my hand as you're doing on the tabletop.
Just watch.
Ow!
What did you feel?
Nothing, but I just had the impression you were going to smash my hand.
That's the power of association. Because you saw the counter being tapped and stroked, and you felt the identical sensations on your hand, your brain began to link the counter and your hand. We can become associated with anything, an object, a place, or another person. When you become deeply associated with someone and they die, in a way, your brain is saying, this person is dead. I am this person, so I must be dead too.
And David was that connected with Laura.
David adored Laura. But in his case, the association is compounded by guilt.
Does David feel guilty because he was driving the car the night of the accident?
No. David was thrown from the car. He was perfectly fine. That can be very hard to accept.
Oh, God. He got burnt trying to save Laura?
Do you know that when a fire burns like that, a petrol fire, it's so hot that just getting within 3 feet of it can be like holding your hand in a flame. No sane person can make themselves walk into a fire like that.
But he did, right?
He did everything humanly possible, but to David it will never be enough.
Wow.
You put a piece of paper in your pocket as you came out of the lab. Find something interesting in there?
Nothing I'm at liberty to discuss.
Oh, but you're stealing. Then again, Sam does that all the time as well. Folks, I feel like it's my more or less parental duty as this... oh. Well, how shall I sort of say it? Leading man in the community to say that stealing is bad. This was your community-approved moral lesson of the session. We're going to continue with the game now.
So what's behind the door?
The door?
That door.
David's private lab.
And you were in there because...
I can see why you get on with him. I'm looking out for a friend, Sam. Speaking of which, have you noticed David acting unusual lately?
You mean he has behavior that isn't unusual?
She only knows him for like 3 days. I mean, how much more can she say about
What
it?
do you mean by David acting unusual?
For instance, talking to someone who isn't there or seeing things.
David isn't crazy.
No, but he doesn't sleep much, and sleep deprivation can cause hallucinations.
If you're talking about the things happening on campus, they're really happening. I've investigated them myself.
On campus? What things?
What things are you talking about?
I really can't discuss that with you. Confidentiality. So there's nothing you want to tell me?
No, I shouldn't reveal what I've learned as David's assistant.
Very well. Goodbye, Sam.
Sorry, I was going to see you out.
No need. I know the house well. Thank you.
That isn't why you're seeing someone out, to be honest.
With any luck, Dr. Hellborn won't notice that the paper he put in his pocket is missing until he's back at his office. Let's see what it says. Oh my God! David's been seeing Laura in the house. But he's not hallucinating. I saw Laura on the stairs myself. This is worse than I thought. They're doing things in the house too, and making him think it's Laura. That's just sick. I have to find out what's going on.
I don't think they are doing that. I don't know what to say here. This is
I
intriguing.
need to look around Dread Hill House and see if I can find any clues about how these Laura appearances are being done. And by whom?
Well, then we can only go to the places where we know of Laura, which is, for instance, his bedroom. The other one would be here in the foyer, so...
That's not something you'd want to run into whilst...
No, but I'm considering about...
Look at that statue of a veiled woman. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but it's sinister as hell. I love it.
It's not what I meant. You saw supposedly
One of those
Laura in
blonde
here.
and elegant types.
How did that manage? I would think of something of a projection, but... Notice, by the way, how different the music has become. Which part of the chapter are we doing? The Ghost of the Dread House Hill, I think. Oh, we can talk to Miss Dalton, of course.
Is that mine?
None other. Is there a fire this morning?
Some people don't eat when they're upset.
Upset? About what?
Just stressed about classes.
Well, this might cheer you up. The repair shop dropped off your bike this morning. It's out by the garage and running fine.
Really?
Yes, really. You won't mention this morning's activity to himself, I trust.
What morning's activity?
Thank you.
That was the best. Thank you.
Pleasure, Sam.
Are we now talking about the dinner, or do you really think that Miss Dalton repaired her bike? I don't think she... Let's talk with Miss Dalton. A little more than just like that, alright? First, let's ease her into the conversation. Let's talk about something normal.
I can't believe Dr. Stiles had my bike repaired. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Oh, don't read too much into it. Money is one trouble he doesn't have.
Dr. Hellborn showed me the list of Laura's appearances, like the time I saw someone at the top of the stairs.
Well, he shouldn't have. It's Dr. Stiles' private business and no one else's. I should never have let him into that room.
But David needs our help.
What he needs is peace and quiet and not to be upset. He'd be fine if people would just leave him be.
But that's the point. Someone is doing these things to David. Someone is faking Laura's presence.
Who would do such a thing? And how could they pretend to be his poor dead wife back from the grave?
It's tricky, all right. But obviously not impossible.
No one is doing this. The best thing we can all do is just not acknowledge it. Leave the poor man alone. Don't bring it up, please, Samantha.
I'm not going to talk to him about it. Not yet, anyway. But David is stronger than you give him credit for, you know. There's such a thing as expecting too much of someone, but there's also such a thing as expecting too little. That's not good for him either.
You don't know what it was like after the accident. You weren't here when they brought him home to this house for the first time with Laura gone. You weren't here to listen to him.
He must have been in a lot of pain, with all the burns.
There, you see? You don't know anything about it.
No, but I do agree with Sam. There is so much as denying too much. There's something up here. Let's go to David's room. Also, the way she also
This is where the ghost disappeared. I should look around to see if there's some mechanism hidden around here.
Okay, so she believes it to be here, alright. I would say the gargoyles then, or this cabinet.
No wires. Nothing.
Let me look in here then.
Nothing.
There then. I don't know how you would...
Looks like a monk. Or Quasimodo post-surgery.
You have your regular say about that. In the chairs here, right.
There's nothing rigged to these chairs.
Also, I don't believe if she came up here, up, right? From the foyer. How can then the camera be up here? You can't make that turn then. By the way, that's interesting that there's a spare room here that I never actually truly looked at.
I guess none of these rooms have been used since the clinic closed.
Which is why you would open here and look if there's equipment inside. That would be the most logical thing. What you could also do is look in your own bedroom, because it does connect to the foyer. Oh, nothing.
I'm pretty sure there are some places I left unsearched on this floor.
Well, there's the painting, but...
I don't see anything suspicious.
Well, then we're gonna go into our room, actually, for real. By the way, someone said to me that they think that this cage is open. That this top part doesn't have... Yeah, because here, this ear is coming up. I just see for the first time. So, that she isn't being incredibly mean to Houdini, and that he can go out whenever he wants to. But then I don't understand the cage contraption in general, but... Oh, something fishy about this. How can you... don't understand?
My window overlooks trees at the side of the house.
I don't want you to climb down. I want you to look if you can find something that... Yeah, right, the water pitcher.
I don't need a drink right now. Mom and Dad. Houdini.
As Houdini's
You better stay put, Houdini. I think you're running out of chances with the big guy.
I think you're running out of things to say in this room.
A letter from the foster care department back in D.C. I don't need to take it.
Nope. We're gonna go into his bedroom. quickly...
I'm sure there's...
Yeah, you have places that you have not searched for, which one of them is the spare rooms, to be honest, but... I can't go in here. What? I looked at all the things here that the spacebar indicates. So then it has to be something secret? Well, in that case, I think we are going to end the episode, because that is going to be a little bit more of a search, and I have a cat that's really begging for some food. And I can't just not deny it. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.